Hello, this is Marnelle Durrett and Alex Lee coming to you from the clubhouse here at Kiepersol. And we are talking about different wines. And today it is all about reserve.
Absolutely. So we're talking about anything. So Cabernet Reserve, Merlot Reserve, Syrah Reserve, any sort of reserve type of wine. Now, what reserve means to us may mean something different for others out there. So this really starts at the vineyard. Whenever we are harvesting, if we find any grapes that we find are particularly exceptional, and we both visually, taste-wise, chemically, there's a bunch of different ways that we can kind of check for that. But if we find any that would not go to waste, but wouldn't be expressed as well, blended in with a whole lot, we want to keep those separate. So those wines then may get some higher quality yeasts. They may most likely will get some higher quality barrels, and then they usually get much more time at the end process whenever we're putting them together before they get to y'all. That's how we get a reserve style wine.
In essence, these are Alex's babies.
Yeah.
So if this wine would get blended in with our cab, we would lose the beauty of this particular wine, or blended with our Merlot or Syrah, whatever. So he gets to baby these and really see with meticulous care. And not that the other wines don't get the care, but this has that something special, je ne sais quoi, I guess you could say, just something that is so special that we want to capture. So he works hard in capturing that. And normally it's a small amount. So it's not always going to be 1,000 cases. A lot of times it lands around 150 to 300 cases. And people will say, what's the price difference? Why is this wine price high and this one price low? And with Kiepersol, it's 100% of the time is going to be, well, I say 90% of the time, it's going to be supply and demand. So typically there's such a smaller portion of our reserve. So those are priced a little bit higher. And that other 10%, every now and then on an estate winery, family owned, family run, we tend to have some sentimental value in there. So every now and then, that's where you will find something that's like our Texique wine. But the reserves are the creme de la creme off of our vineyard.
Where the classic varietals, so take for example with our reserve Syrah here, our classic Syrah tends to have a larger mass appeal. We want to focus in the Syrah reserve more for the artisans and the more picky among us, those that are more interested in seeing the nuances and really finding the very specific and depth that may be lost on a wider audience.
Yeah. So for the nerds, right? This is definitely the nerd wine. Wanting to pick apart a beautiful reserve, come try the Kiepersol reserves.